Hey, what's up, everyone? Mike here with the watch list video for Wednesday, September 27th. Slow day in chat again. The SPY gap down and pretty much sold off all day. The Dow ended up down close to 400 points. You can't see it on this chart, but the 200-day is around 418.46. So let me put a line right around there. Pretty close to there, where my horizontal line is. Who knows? Maybe we're headed down to test that. This is a good time for us all in chat to exercise discipline, right? If there's not an A+ setup, don't waste money. Don't throw money at something. Late day, I think it was Matt, gave the FEMY idea. Right here, it topped out at 53. So if you weren't in chat, his idea was back through 50, which was pretty clean setup because it came up and hit 50 here, right? Pulled back again. You could see it building. Tape got a little angry. And then the 50 break took you, and it doesn't sound like much, but took you pretty quickly to 66. Again, not a huge trade, but what I said to Matt was I loved it because of time of day. Shorts probably going to cover, and plenty of liquidity. I mean, plenty of liquidity. Let's, what was the volume? FEMY, like 188 million or something today. So you could have had as many shares as you want. Thought that was kind of a neat little late day call. But for the most part, things just grinded lower. So let me go into the watch list for tomorrow, and this is certainly going to be on there with that massive breakout today. Huge volume, right? That's so FEMY, IMVT, great relative strength, just like FEMY, SLNO, another one, a great relative strength. I feel stupid saying it, but today may have been somebody's first day, so just a reminder. I am a day trader, right? Make my money between the bells. I'm in cash every night. So none of this is investment advice. These are things that might give us an A+ setup tomorrow. Let's go to BFRG. I would have liked this more. I'm going to zoom in there. If it had had a stronger close. But it closed well off the highs, even below probably the mid-range of the day. Certainly had big volume, though. It'll go on a chart, but I'm not in love with it. NKLA, still holding up pretty well. I don't see any great setup there, but it's got good relative strength. SE had a quiet inside day after yesterday's big move, so possibly a third day play there. OMH, I've got to zoom in so y'all can see this one. Remember this big rip the other day, and then you had the reversal, and next thing you know, it's strong in a weak tape again. So that one goes, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. That one goes back on watch. We'll see if it gives an A+ setup. I get ridiculed sometimes on social media for having something like a CVNA on Bounce Watch like 5 days in a row, right? Well, I started putting it on Bounce Watch probably when it looked like this because you had the cup and handle, which, by the way, was in a huge 1 year. It's a cup and handle inside of a much bigger cup and handle and a lot of shorts in the name. So I put it on Bounce Watch like 2 days after that setup, and then every day it went lower. And so what I always tell you guys, I say if I have something on Bounce and it doesn't trigger, I just put it on Bounce again. One of these days we might get a nice snapback bounce. Certainly getting closer to support here. So something to think about. It's going back on the list. So is MTZ, which is starting to accelerate to the downside a little bit, right? Let me glance at the weekly on that. Yeah, when you go to the weekly, then you'd start to say, well, it actually looks way better down here around, below 65. But it's already been falling for 4 weeks in a row, and you go back to the daily. And again, you're grinding, and you're starting to get a little bit of that shape change. So I will have it on Bounce Watch. That's MTZ, VSAT, just another one, right? It was on Bounce Watch, put in another red day. No trades in it, right? AVGR. I'm kind of losing faith in this one because it was so crazy, but it's getting kind of close to, it's lost the 20 days, getting kind of close to a round trip. You guys know I have two kinds of bounce plays. One that's just decimated, right? Like an MTZ, or a VSAT, and then AVGR is something that was crazy strong and then it's pulled back for a few days. Now it's pulled back for 4 days. I'm not in love with it, but I do think if we get a narrow range on the day and then an afternoon high of day break, you could see a decent trade. All right, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. A couple more. CRDF, which isn't interesting, closed at $1.62, but as I'm talking to you right now, it's trading at $1.95 and actually went over $2.50 in after hours. So that's a possible gapper if it's still gapping in the morning. And then GLTO, ugly chart, but in after hours went up to almost $1. It's trading about 80 cents right now. So if that one's still gapping, there's a couple that could be on our gap playlist tomorrow. That's it. I'm done babbling. I'll see everybody in chat. Have a great night.